The last time that we met, I discussed the number of records in San Diego's vehicle stop data, the defects or the perceived defects with them, and I did not mention what was done about the defects, so I'll tell you rather quickly. San Diego was informed of my findings on with regard to its records, and I asked for a response or a correction to the things that I mentioned were missing or defective. The response, and there was a single response from San Diego, it was neither direct nor useful. So let us first look at what the flat file, meaning the consolidation of the two Excel tables produced, and how it was used. There were a number of fields that pre-existed in San Diego's data, and to these fields I added those that would allow me to do summaries. The fields are rather self-explanatory. If you look at them, you'll see them: consent obtained, contraband found, property seized, consent search, driver searches, etc. So we need not look at this in any more detail than just that. Again, there were 168,000 records, well, 166,879 records in the data set. Now, the data that was previously described was accumulated into databases, or the database that I described, and certain summaries were done. If you look at this chart, you will see information of vehicle stop records as they were accumulated by San Diego beginning in January of 2013. As you can see, back then, in the olden days, very little was done to ensure that the police officers were collecting, or on the other hand, the staff was making sure that the data was input from cards that were collected. Beginning in November or thereabouts of last year, we saw a new push, for want of a better expression, to collect and to accumulate the data that we will be examining in our analysis. You will note, as I noted, there is rather a disturbing trend, because we see that the data collection efforts are now falling off again. So from a high of around 14,000 records in February of 2014, in December we were at a low of 8,988 records. Again, we can see on an overall basis and on a monthly basis how many stop data cards were collected and entered by the city of San Diego. Next, we'll have a detailed look at the data that was the basis of the summarization or analysis. What we have here are all the records for the year 2014. We do see a date range being displayed for us, January 1 through December 31st, and we're looking at all records, meaning we're looking at records irrespective of the service area from which this data was collected. For each record there is a detailed search record or more than one detailed search record. So the first record had but one, the second had these four. We can see that the person received a verbal warning, was field interviewed, had their vehicle searched, and someone detected the odor of contraband, or is it contraband? Since we remember, or I remember, record number 1055884, which was the record that had somewhere around 9 search detail records, we'll take a quick look at that record. Well, I did go looking for the record. It's actually 1058554. Let's see if we do better this time. And there we are. So, for this record, there were, I believe, 9 records, search detail records, and here they are. Many things happened to this person. It is not clear why, but the fact that he was Hispanic may tell us something. Or she was Hispanic. The records for this person are illustrative of everything that was done as we went about running summaries. For example, the fact that the person was interviewed is summarized under interviews, field interviews. So we have a count of field interviews, and we have it broken down by the number of people who were subjected to these field interviews according to racial or ethnic category. The same holds true for being arrested, vehicle search, driver search, etc., etc. When next we meet, I will show you the analyses and what they tell us about the data.